I've had a letter from Mr. Murray. He's coming to Downton on Tuesday.
What do you want him for?
No, it wasn't me. It was your grandmother who summoned him. He'd like us there. Rosamond, you should be with us.
Oh, dear.
Why'd you say that?
There's only one reason old ladies summon their lawyers.
Like Andromeda chained to a rock with you lot hovering over me. I don't know why Murray told you to be here without asking me first.
Nor do we.
Ah, Denker. Mr. Murray will be here soon.
He's here now, milady. He says you're expecting him.
Well, why didn't you tell me? You shouldn't be so untrusting.
Ah, have you told them, Lady Grantham? Good.
Please. She's told us nothing.
Well, that's easily done. I've come into possession of a villa in the south of France. And now I've given it to my great-granddaughter, Sibby.
What?
So what bit didn't you understand?
I don't understand any of it. What villa? Where? This is too extraordinary for any words.
It's called La Villa des Colombes, and it's near Toulon.
But why was it yours? And why have you never said anything about it?
Because I thought it was a joke.
Start at the beginning.
Years ago, before you were born, I was in France, and I met a man, the Marquis de Montmirail, and he invited me to spend some time at a villa he'd just bought. A year or so later, he wrote to me and said he'd transferred the villa into my name. I never thought he was serious, so I didn't pay any attention.
But it wasn't a joke.
It seems not. He died recently, and to his widow's alarm, the villa they've been using every winter for years was registered to Lady Grantham. He never changed it. Now, I'll need some signatures.
Oh, yes.
Why have you given it to Sibby?
Your children are well set up here, and Edith's are more than taken care of, but Brumpton will go to a child of Tom and Lucy's. So darling Sybil's only daughter will inherit little, and I wanted to correct that.
What family did he have, this Montmirail chap?
The widow and a son, the present Marquis. The mother is keen they should take the matter to court.
Well, you can't blame her.
Why? If her husband wanted me to have the place, who are we to argue?
You never thought to turn it down?
Do I look as if I'd turned down a villa in the south of France?
Mr. Murray, may I ask a favour?
Please.
I have a task for you. It's all explained in this letter. I'll telephone in a few days in case there are questions.
Of course, Lady Grantham. Now, I hear my train calling.
Goodbye, Mr. Murray, and thank you.
You want me to tell you why he did it, when the truth is, I do not know. And with that, I will say good night and leave you to discuss my mysterious past. Now, Denker, don't steer me. I'm not a racing car.
More's the pity.
I beg your pardon. You really must.
It does seem odd. They spend a few days together in the same resort more than 60 years ago, and he gives her a house.
I suppose he wasn't just a lunatic.
Well, that's what they'll try to prove.
Well, I think it's marvellous of Granny to take care of Sibby.
Even if Monsieur de Montmirail was as mad as a rat.
But why did Mamma never say a word?
As far as she's concerned, she received a very eccentric letter more than half a century ago. She considered it potty at the time and never gave it another thought.
A telephone call for you, my lord.
Who is it?
Mr. Barber says he's from British Lion.
What's that?
It's a film company, isn't it?
I'd better find out what he wants.
What would they do with the villa in the summer? They can't let it. Nobody goes there then.
Oh, they do now.
Well, surely it's too hot.
Apparently not.
Mummy!
Danny?
Mummy, come and play!
Mr. Barber turns out to be a producer and director. He wanted to practice chronophotography here.
It's not the Stone Age, Papa. You mean he wants to make a film at Downton?
What did you say?
I let him down gently.
Then I'll bring him back. I want to hear what he has to offer.
What's the point?
I suppose there'd be a fee.
When does Henry get home?
Not in time for this.
Where is he now?
His last message was from Istanbul or somewhere. But as far as I'm concerned, the whole idea of a rally is balmy.
You can manage it without him.
I see, so it's down to me, is it?
We can't expect us to deal with kinema people.
First, let's just listen to his proposal. Come along, Mary. I'll keep you company.
The money would be useful, surely.
Is everything all right with Henry?
He's in love with cars. He's in love with speed. He's in love with adventure. He's also in love with me, I think. But I don't seem to cancel out the other three.
And you thought you would?
I suppose I did.
It's perfect. Until recently, filmmaking was largely confined to the studios, but now the process has opened up. Abel Gance's Napoleon last year showed what a camera can do on location, filming in real houses, real landscapes.
What sort of film is it?
The Gambler is set in 1875. An earl's daughter, Lady Anne Erskine, falls in love with a man who turns out to be a gambler, to her family's horror.
I can imagine.
They meet at a house party in the country, and things soon spin out of control. There are visits to a smart gambling club, which we do here.
A gambling club at Downton. That would finish Granny off. And Papa, too.
We must have time to think.
Of course. Here's my card. Ring me if you have any questions at all.
I'll get Barrow to see you out.
I suppose there are two questions that we would need the answer to before we can really have the discussion.
We'd be here for about a month, and if you turn the card over, you'll see what we'd pay. But of course, that's negotiable.
Goodbye, Mr. Barber.
Goodbye. And that's the starting point.